and that's why we should bomb. Oh hey, the cameras are rolling. You know, it's the summer, the time of the month, things happen. So for the spirit of the holiday, I'm gonna do a SpongeBob Iceberg. Don't ask, original, warning, this may be disturbing to your cocoa, and let's get straight into the first iceberg. An interesting theory for SpongeBob is the fact that Bikini Bottom only exists because of a nuclear testing site. And nuclear testing zones are known to have mutated creatures and life forms. That's why it's believed that SpongeBob and his friends are the results of nuclear testing gone wrong and they live under the testing site. And that's why they're very weird things. Like Sandy is a talking squirrel. It's Pearl, it's very confusing. There used to be Squidward low-budget short astrology with Squidward. There were commercial shorts until they became lost media. In 2009, when Nickelodeon had released them under a new name, Under the Sea Horoscope.
To Cancer, sign of the crab. Not all Cancerians are crabby, but they are all good at causing problems and then blaming them on others. Many famous fibbers and elected officials are Cancers. My prediction for Cancer. This week, you will fall asleep 7 times. But don't worry, you'll wake up. I'm your Nicktoon astrologer, Squidward, reminding you that it's bad karma to eat animated seafood.
Throughout the show, there were numerous times where certain fish would scream, "My leg," where it became an ongoing joke to the point that the fish got its own episode named My Leg. And all I have to say is don't break a leg, Fred.
Rev up those fryers, cause I am sure hungry for one. Help! Help! My leg!
One of the well-known theories consists of the 7 main characters representing the 7 deadly sins. SpongeBob is lust, Squidward is wrath, Patrick is sloth, Mr. Krabs is greed, Plankton is envy, Sandy is pride, and Gary is gluttony. SpongeBob Full D is a full D ride that can be found in numerous amusement parks. The ride have a setup with seats to enjoy the full D. To make it more enjoyable, they had water air scents and other things to immerse the rider.
Get on! In the history of the Krusty Krab, we have never served an incomplete patty, and we're not gonna! Not on my watch!
The episode named Just One Krabby Patty, there's this deleted scene where Squidward chipped on the security system of the Krusty Krab, which was literally a bucket of gas and matches. Some say the reason it was deleted was Nickelodeon being worried over kids getting the idea of playing matches with gas was good. In the episode Krusty Love, Mr. Krabs asks about Mr. Puff. SpongeBob replies that she doesn't like talking about it. Then it cuts to a scene of a puffer fish lamp being turned on. That puffer fish lamp scene is similar to a shell city with the item it has in there, leaving people to theorize that he's been captured and kept there.
That's my driving teacher, Mrs. Puff!
Mrs. Puff? Oh, she's married.
Oh no, Mr. Krabs, she's single.
Then what happened to Mr. Puff?
The Day with SpongeBob is about SpongeBob living above ground like all Hollywood superstars. Afraid that SpongeBob is becoming old news, his boss runs a contest called Spend a Day with SpongeBob. The contest makes SpongeBob the talk of the town, as thousands of kids enter to win. The lucky winner is Seth, and he is ecstatic about his day with SpongeBob. However, the day becomes a roller coaster ride as things don't go quite the way they are planned. The thing is, this never existed, though at one point it was in the making before it was scratched away forever. There are numerous SpongeBob pop culture parodies that can be found anywhere. There's one popular named SpongeBob Hempants.
Smoking the chronic is something you do. SpongeBob Hamper. Your company carbon is smoking with you. SpongeBob Hamper. SpongeBob Hamper. SpongeBob Hamper.
And just SpongeBob and the China parody.
Look, I am rich now. I am here to buy.
Oh, rich, eh? Then take a look at our special party-only menu.
The Logos parody.
We don't deliver. We don't deliver. But you do. Can't you just get SpongeBob to do it?
The SpongeBob ghetto.
Talking to me like you crazy. Yo, oh, SpongeCon. You know, I'm just fooling around.
Bob the Sponge is a character made by Stephen Hilberg. The Interdiagonal Zone, in which was an educational comic created to teach students. Bob the Sponge was a sea sponge. Hilberg would later take this idea and make him into a kitchen sponge, Sponge Boy, and to the notable SpongeBob. In the official channel of SpongeBob, there's this playlist named Bikini Bottom Mysteries with the ongoing gags on how some characters have their names change, look different to the characters having a bunch of lives. The secret formula is the most left unanswered question throughout the entire show. What is in Krabby Patties? Some believe it's crab meat, which would explain why there aren't many other crabs in Bikini Bottom. In some countries, Krabby Patties has been translated to crab meat. This would explain why nobody in Bikini Bottom likes chum and why it looks weird, and to explain why the name, since in real life, chum is a bunch of grouped up fish. In the official channel of SpongeBob, there's this playlist named Bikini Bottom Mysteries with the ongoing gags on how some characters have their names change, look different to the characters having a bunch of lives. The secret formula is the most left unanswered question throughout the entire show. What is in Krabby Patties? Some believe it's crab meat, which would explain why there aren't many other crabs in Bikini Bottom. In some countries, Krabby Patties has been translated to crab meat. This would explain why nobody in Bikini Bottom likes chum and why it looks weird, and to explain why the name, since in real life, chum is a bunch of grouped up fish. It is a conspiracy theory where there's a scene in one episode that suggests there was a deleted scene in between the transition by how the show usually does the bubble transition. This one is just straight to the next scene. It's theorized that the scene is where Squidward has his own transformation scene, just like SpongeBob, but it's too graphic to be shown. Though it is confirmed to be false by the officials, many still believe it exists. In the episode named House Fancy, there is a scene where Squidward gets his toenail removed in the most horrifying way you could ever imagine. It is known as Squidward's suicide, in the last episode in which Squidward gives up on life and commits suicide. In the episode, SpongeBob in Random Land, there's a scene where SpongeBob is in the Random Land and decides to open the door, and the rest of the mist decides to appear, making a cannon somewhere. Mysteriously enough, currently, it has been changed to something else, leaving many wonder, why?